guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, we are going to be doing my June wrap-up. We're going to be discussing all of the books I read in June. So let's get started. So I read 6 books in the month of June. The average rating was a 3.8. I read 2,005 pages. I read 3 romances, 1 dark romance, and 2 dystopians. Oops, you messed up. My grandpa, what you lost. There we go. The first book that I read in the month of June was Indigo Ridge. This is by Devney Perry. This was for my Reading New Authors video. When I tell you, first of all, think Chestnut Springs, but like murder mystery. Whoa. So, the book is about our main character. Her name is Winslow. She is a chief of the new town. I think it's Quincy, Montana. She goes to a bar one night and meets Griffin Eden, who is our main character. Those are 2 main characters. And I believe they hook up, and that's how they meet. So the next day, they see each other at like a lunch or whatever, brunch, something like that. We also have a little murder mystery going on because someone decides to just die on the Eden property. I forgot to mention that the reason they're at the brunch together is because of the murder that happened on Eden property. Because she is chief and he is an Eden, they just cross paths, which is like Griffin and his family, their property. Someone just decides to die. So she's like, has this ever happened before? And the Edens are like, oh yeah, but it's just like suicides. And she's like, no, it's not. Like, this does not look like a suicide. So she investigates, and here goes the murder mystery part. So if you like that summary, you will absolutely love Indigo Ridge. I rated Indigo Ridge a 4 stars. I think it was pretty slow at first, kind of, but then once we got like to the middle of it, it was a lot better. And then like 3.5. And then the plot twist in this book got me. Oh my god, when I tell you, I was sitting on my bed like sobbing. I was reading page after page after page. I was like, oh my god, I can't put this down. And I had like 200 pages left one night, and I literally binged it. I will 100% be continuing the series, but 4 stars for now because it was kind of slow at the beginning. Loved the characters. Griffin, love him. And Winslow was pretty cool. I liked her. Not a fave female main character, but still liked her. So yeah, that was Indigo Ridge. Next, we have Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Let me prepare myself. So I started this book, I think like a little while ago. I started it like maybe February, March, and then I put it down because I wanted to read the tandem read of the Throne of Glass series. So I put it down, picked it back up, did not start over though, so I really could not tell you like the first like 50 pages of the book. Couldn't tell you. I do remember though that it is like past and then present timeline. So past timeline, we have Macy and Elliot. They were best friends. So they both lived in like cabins, but it was only like temporary for Macy. Macy would always go down with her dad and stay neighboring to Elliot. Wow. So they both started getting along, and they started reading in the closet, in Macy's closet together, because they both loved reading and it was something they both enjoyed. So they decided, why not do it together as best friends? So they started like reading in her closet and like bonding a lot, and soon they became literal best friends. And then present timeline, you get Elliot and Macy meeting years later after a like big blowout, big argument that they had. Can't really give you a lot of information on that, but they had like this big thing that happens between them, and they meet again in the present. I think it's like 18 or something years later, and they meet again. They start talking, and then Macy has, I think it's a fiance, maybe it's a husband, boyfriend, something like that. She has a significant other, and I love that the author did this, where her talking to her significant other about this, and the significant other and Macy both agreeing that it is best to do what needs to be done for their relationship. And I love that the author did this because it made me feel good. Like, it was like, okay, the significant other understands. Like, he's not being rude about it. He's not like going crazy and being abusive because of her talking to Elliot. He's understanding, and I love that she did that. And that is another thing that just I loved about this book, but you don't understand it until you read it. You don't understand it until you read it. You need to read this book. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I was bawling my eyes out at the end of this book. It was great. I genuinely thought that it was going to be so much different. Like, I was not expecting this type of love for these characters. If you hear my dog in the background, she's going crazy. I don't know what's wrong with her. So that was Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Again, 4.5, 100% recommend this book. You're going to sob. You're going to absolutely laugh. You are going to be in shock and awe. All of the emotions right in this book, and you need to read it immediately. It is so, so, so good. And I believe is it YA? No. I think it's YA up until like one point of the book. I wish I could read it for the first time again. Honestly, oh my god, this was heartbreaking. I'm gonna leave you with that. Then I read Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. This is the one dark romance that I read this month. I think I'm gonna start going away from dark romance, if I'm being honest here. It's not my favorite. I like it once in a while. I am disgusted. I am in awe. Let me just tell you what it's about. So basically, there are these two serial killers who kill serial killers, and I guess one day they meet, I think at a bar possibly, and they decide to start this little game where every year the male main character's brother gives both of them a person to kill, and whoever kills them first wins. So that is literally this book in a nutshell. And I think there's like 2 or 3 games that it goes. The timelines were terrible. We know absolutely nothing about the characters. I just know their names, maybe their hair color, and I know that the guy's like Irish. That's it. I know nothing about the characters. I was not attached. I didn't like it. The ending was okay. I was so bored. I was just listening to it. And normally when I listen to an audiobook, I follow along because I want to know what happens. I was bored. I was listening to the audiobook and playing games on my phone because I was that bored. I don't even remember half the stuff that happens at the end of it. I was bored out of my mind. I didn't like it. 2.5. Maybe the ice cream. Please read the trigger warnings before you read this book. I beg of you. I did not read the trigger warnings until after I read the book, or like halfway through the book did I read the trigger warnings. Oh my god. I was thinking about reading the second one, and then I was like, do I really want to waste my time reading the second one? If you're not disturbed by a lot and like dark romance, killing people, eating interesting flavored ice cream, this is for you. If you don't, I do not recommend. If you're a cutesy little girly who likes her rom-coms and like cute fantasy, YA fantasy, no, this is not for you. No. Then I finally read Shatter Me. I've been waiting to read this book for so long, and I just haven't had the urge to pick it up, but I finally did, and I annotated it, and I think it's gorgeous. Honestly, amazing. We have Juliet Ferrars. I don't really know how to say her last name. Juliet Ferrars. And she is basically being held captive in the Reestablishment. This is a dystopian, by the way. She's basically in, what is it called? Like solitary confinement. She's basically in solitary confinement with like a bed and like a paper and pen. That's about it. So she's been in here like 265 days, I want to say. Watch me be right. 264. I was one day off. Come on now. So 264 days she's been stuck here. She's basically going insane from being held captive. She has like these powers. Basically anything she touches dies. If that didn't get you hooked, I don't know what will. I'm giving it a 4 though, because I know the books just get better and better. It was a great start to the series, but I know it can be better. So that's why I'm waiting to give a 5 stars to later ones. Here are my tabs. We have Badass, OMG, and Aaron Warner, because obviously everybody knows about Aaron Warner going into Shatter Me, and I thought he was going to be like a big part, which he is. I thought he was going to be the male main character already though, going into it, and he wasn't. I was shocked, but I do know what happens with the men in the books. So I'm not going to say anything because this is spoiler free, but I'm very excited for Ignite Me. Yeah, chapter 55. If you know, you know. Then right after Shatter Me, I read Destroy Me, which is one of the novellas. I think it was only like 100 something pages. It was like 107 pages of this one, and then after I read Unravel Me is the next novella, I think. So this one I'm rating 3 stars. Wasn't anything crazy. It was basically just Aaron's point of view of everything going on. They never say his first name in the first book, so I don't know if you were like confused or anything. But Aaron Warner's point of view is the first novella, and basically it's just in his point of view of kind of how everything happened. Wasn't anything crazy. 3, I think, is fair. Then, last but not least, we have Flawless by Elsie Silver. I was going into this series expecting, I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting country yeehaw. That's what I was expecting, and that is what we got. But so much more. Let me tell you. Rhett Eaton. I love him, and I love Summer. Summer is the quotes that I have of this woman. I love her attitude. She has an attitude and a half, let me tell you. Summer is a agent. Summer's like an agent, and Rhett Eaton did something that made his reputation of being an amazing bull rider kind of plummet a little bit because he said something he wasn't supposed to. So now he needs a little babysitter to keep him in check. Guess who the little babysitter is? Summer, our main character. So Summer is now the little babysitter of Rhett. And he's like, I don't need a babysitter. And she's like, gotta keep you in check. She's like, I don't want to do this either. And he's like, okay, so leave. And she's like, but I'm getting paid, like I need to do this. And he's like, so you're just gonna follow me around everywhere? And she's like, yep, that's basically what's happening. So she goes and lives at his house now, and things start going down. You're just gonna need to read it, honey. You're gonna need to read it because, oh my God, 5 stars. 5 stars. I was not expecting this to be 5 stars because when I looked at Goodreads rating, I believe it was like almost all 4 stars. I am so excited for Beau's book. I thought Beau's book was next. And look it up. His is the last one in the series. I have to wait all the way until Hopeless. Or is it Reckless? No, Reckless is Theo. No, it's not. I don't know. But I have to wait till like one of the last books to read Beau's book. And I'm so incredibly mad because I love Beau. But I'm currently in the middle of reading Heartless, which is a second one. Oh my God. Oh, I can't. I love this book so much. It is so unbelievably good. They just go great together. I think they're amazing. And I love the family. Like, I forgot to say this. Harvey needs a book. I'm telling you, Elsie Silver needs to make a book about Harvey. Harvey is the dad of all of the Eaton family. We know what happens with Harvey and like what happened with the whole family and the mom of Rhett and Beau and Cade and Violet, all the family. We know about what happened with the mom, but I need a book. I need a whole book on Harvey. I need it. When I tell you he is so unbelievably funny, I cannot. The text messages, that's about it. The text messages are so funny. You get text messages at the beginning of every chapter. They are hilarious, especially the ones between Harvey and Rhett. So funny. I think it's hilarious. So I'm going to need a Harvey book, please. Thank you very much. 5 stars. Loved it. So excited for the rest of the series. So these were the 6 books that I read in the month of June. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I will see you another time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you guys like the video. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.